right, here we
Spy
go.
3.
Starting Spy 3.
Spy 3.1.
This one is my favorite, you guys.
Really?
It is my favorite.
I did not know that.
See, it's a toss-up between the fourth and the first for me.
Okay, but I wasn't a part of the fourth because I was working.
She was a part
true.
of the beginning scenes of Spy 4.
No, I was in Georgia at the time.
Yeah,
we
she was
moved
here.
to be a
3
part
was
of it.
supposed to be a big culmination of like, yo, let's bring the characters back. Well, let's try and add some dialogue, but also let's add some story.
Yeah.
Let's try and make this a more actual film, movie-esque type story. You know, let's make it more like a movie instead of just a short action film.
I
Yeah,
helped
exactly.
with the script a
And
little bit.
yeah, she edited the script because this is my first time actually writing a full-fledged type of script. But
this
the deal,
this one's
the deal
my
is-
favorite.
was pretty good.
This one's my favorite
It was
one.
pretty good. Now, yeah,
Just
like I said,
because
this,
of how much we accomplished.
yeah. And this was trying to, like I said before, this is trying to culminate the story, the action, the characters. It's trying to bring everything
Even
together.
the blur in and out on that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was trying to make that look like it was from the character's perspective staring at it.
Yeah,
We did a lot. We really got involved in camera angles in this one.
Yeah.
for sure.
This is the one where we actually started trying to focus on script, characters, angles, you know.
Yeah. And the three of us were really comfortable and set in stone in this
Yeah.
one.
That's this gun. That's this gun right here.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little thing here. Up in the corner, we're gonna put a counter at how many times Aiden and I look at the camera.
Oh, good God.
A lot.
We're gonna have a counter going.
Okay, that's why I
This
said
became a thing.
we got so comfortable. I mean, you guys were like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? Looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you're not supposed to look at me.
Yeah.
No,
Because
no,
that
no.
was the thing, though, is that
This happens so many
Which,
times
okay.
in Spy 3.
I will say this.
Spy
is-
3.
I will say that the bigger these productions got, the more I started getting more involved with assistant directing because
Yes.
he was
And he
he
did
was stretching
too.
himself thin.
Well, because
I mean-
I was acting, editing,
You-
writing.
you really were.
I was trying to do everything.
I was
Yeah.
just kind of gonna be like, okay, you can step back a little bit. I'll
Yeah.
pitch in.
You guys were constantly like, did you get that? Is this angle okay?
Well, that
Is
was the
okay?
thing.
You know,
Well, yeah.
you guys were trying to be in every aspect.
Yeah.
That's what I
And-
was gonna
Well, 'cause-
say is that we were both kind of in that director mindset.
Yeah.
So we're more thinking of
How was
is
the
the
take?
camera angle
Yeah.
right? Is
Where's the angle?
camera's there?
Yeah.
How are the characters
We're walking
looking?
here.
How's
we
the
were
background?
Thinking, we
Are
were
we
thinking
fitting
of
in?
all of that. So in Spy 3, we look at the camera like really nonstop.
Hello.
There's
you
the
looked
counter.
right at me.
We're at 1.
Yeah.
1 for
Yeah.
Aiden.
I think I look at it here. Yep, right
Yep.
there.
Yep, there's 2.
2, 3.
3,
Oh,
4.
Yeah, you
That
are.
was me. That was 4. 5.
Like that hologram is peak performance.
Yes, that's a good hologram.
I'm
for
happy
sure.
with the way the holograms look
Yep.
in this film.
Also,
I looked right there?
there's a
Yep.
6. Doing the VFX shot. See my turn there?
That made it hard.
No, wait.
Doing the turn.
See right there, my speed turn
Yeah.
was so that you could get it straight
Which,
on.
that is true. It worked because I could corner pin it and
Yes.
when you
Yeah.
spun it, it worked.
Because I wasn't trying to be like slowly motion track. No, I was
Yeah.
trying to whip it
No,
so
and-
that
yeah,
you could get
and
it
that's
straight
just
on
it.
as fast as possible.
we
You
slowed that
guys
part
knew
down.
what you were looking for that
Because
in
I
the
did
first,
too.
Yeah.
First one you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Now you did, so you're always
Well, on
thinking,
top of that, like me and Eli both
Look,
have grown
yeah.
as editors since then. We've
Yeah.
That's true.
We've both figured
Look.
out how to do different things.
There's another
like,
one.
Yep.
The nice thing is, since we know how it's done, we can be like, oh, I know I can
Yes.
need to do this because otherwise it's not going to work in post production.
Because I know for me, Spy 2 was really when I got into editing.
Yeah, that's when you kind of started your YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, you had your YouTube channel, but you weren't really doing with it.
I was just doing it. Yeah, I really wasn't.
Yeah.
But Spy 2 was really when I was like, ooh, I kind of want to get into editing
Yeah.
stuff more because I watched Spy 1 and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I know because both of us really have really grown into
Oh,
yeah.
an editing role.
Yeah.
The skill level in 3 was just top notch, I
Yeah.
thought. And that's my
I'm a
favorite.
pause it at 307.
Yeah, it's just my favorite because we cover so much. I mean, this is complete. It's dark out.
Yeah.
The camera shots, all
Yeah,
of it.
I mean,
all
I
of it was
love-
awesome.
And this one you had to walk with us.
Yeah.
Like we had several
I just-
scenes in Spy 3 where
I
we had
loved
to walk
filming
with it.
this one because it was just fun. Like
Yeah.
we had nighttime scenes, we had scenes where I had to have everyone in it. I mean, it was challenging and fun all at the same time. And
Yeah.
like we said when we were discussing Spy 2, you mentioned this, we had to deal with people. There was actually a guy here.
This was fun. There's a
Wow.
guy sitting. So the way that you can see it in the previous scene when we're walking out, there's a track above.
Yeah.
And there's this guy just up on the top track with his phone.
Yeah,
and he's
he's
like
like-
taking pictures of the stars or something. And at one point he's calling someone and just kind of staring at us.
Yeah, and we're like,
Just like-
we have fake weapons. We're not hurting anyone. Yeah.
No, that was
That was the other thing. We had to learn to work faster to not be in people's way. And,
Well, and
you know,
also when to take your weapon out.
yes,
Yeah.
we made sure that everyone knew not to wave weapons around for fun, or we'd get police called. So
This
yeah.
was the first time we had signs.
Yes, we created.
We had
Aiden and I.
police.
That's later.
That's later.
Later.
This
But-
was the first time we had signs.
Yeah,
that
we
said
actually had signs
filming in
outside.
progress. We had the tripods.
Like
we
my
put them out there.
logo, and it was like, yo,
Yeah.
filming
Yeah,
in
because
progress,
we
spies
just
coming
needed
up.
people to know that we were not gangs.
Well,
Yeah.
With tri-
We don't want to get the police. I mean, I think filmers would make us worst nightmares. Have the police show up and be like, "Stop, postpone the filming,"
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you gotta explain yourself. Potentially get taken to the station.
Half
just
of
to,
the
you know,
film
like
was public for this one.
yeah, and
so.
this one a lot of this was public. This
Yeah.
garage scene. I mean, the only things
I'm
that
gonna
weren't
start
was
it
my
again.
you gotta start it.
Was your
Talking.
basement?
Yeah. My basement was the only thing that wasn't public.
Yeah.
You can, I think you can probably see that guy. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can
he's
see
right
it.
Yeah, you can see
I
it right
hate
there.
that cut.
Yeah.
That
Because-
cut's the worst. But we didn't.
We didn't know.
This is again, we didn't know. I didn't know how drastic the change was, and we actually had a different angle for this. But the lights actually showed Maddie's shadow,
That's what the problem was. Is my shadow was in there.
so I couldn't
as
use
we
the
were
other
walking.
scene because it showed
And
her
this was
shadow.
our first real nighttime shot.
Yeah,
So
this
we
is
were
the first time
working
we'd ever
through that.
filmed actually at night. Besides the Spy One, but that was inside.
I was worried I was going to be in a reflection in
I-
one of those, but
I
I
love
wasn't.
this scene,
This
yeah.
was
I love this
ad-libbed.
scene.
Don't
This-
mind if I do.
This came out just on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
think
let's
this
do
was
this.
actually one of the last things we filmed. Was
Yeah.
these scenes in my
Yeah.
basement. But this was on the day. John's like, "Oh, you have swords? That's so
Let's
cool."
play with that.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, "Yo, I'm just gonna pull these swords
This
out."
I love.
And we wrote it
Yes.
into the
That
account.
palette there.
Okay, this where
Yeah.
you guys are in sync is
This is
just.
good. I look right at the camera. Right at the camera.
Boom.
I don't know what the counter is up to
That's
now,
so
but
good.
it's high. That flash drive was really cool.
The fact that he
It is a good
catches
close-up.
it.
Yeah. Well, we did that a couple times. That wasn't the first time we did
No,
that.
but that was still pretty cool.
Eli's face there.
Yeah.
That used to be a meme.
I do a lot of things in the background that nobody
You do.
knows.
If you
do.
watch Eli in the background,
If
it's-
you watch me, I
it's
do a
pure
lot of
entertainment.
things.
Yeah, just watch Eli the entire time.
It's pure entertainment.
There was one scene, nobody has noticed it. Not even you guys.
Oh really?
Not even you guys knew that I did it. But it still made it into the final cut.
Yeah. So this was
We-
filmed the exact same day.
So
just
we
with
filmed
chairs on.
everything 4 times because we did everything
yes.
at
Oh
a
yeah.
different
For
angle.
this particular scene, this
Yes.
took forever because we did an angle, a wide shot.
That was a whole nother take.
Yeah.
Every time there's a cut, that's a whole nother take that
Yeah.
we went through the whole scene.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Well, I focused on everyone in one take, and then I focused on
And
one
then the
person.
individual.
So I would.
So I could cut between.
I
them.
would
this
do
is
a-
this is the everyone
This
take.
is the everyone take, and then I would zoom in on Eli.
and then this
Eli's
was a
take.
full take. This
Yeah.
was a full take just on me, full
That's
take just on him.
me.
And it turned out great.
I think it
really
it
did.
worked well.
It was a lot of work.
It
For
was-
us having
yeah.
just the one camera.
We have one camera, so a lot
Yeah.
of the scenes that you see that are a different angle, that's a completely other take.
Yeah.
That's them running through the entire
Yeah.
scene again, just for a different angle.
Right.
Which some of the lines are caught a bit. That was a nice spin
That
on
was
the
a
gun.
really nice spin.
Some of the
Every
lines,
time.
every single time, I have to remark on that. There's a lot of little tiny things that you'll notice with the lines, but honestly, our performances
They're
really
pretty good.
they match
Top
quite
notch
well.
Pretty
for paying it
consistent.
4 times over
Yeah, exactly.
and over and over.
So I gave John a lot of lines here, and he honestly did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was coming from the second one, and I'm like, well, we'll see how John does. Like he was
Yeah.
improving, and he nailed them in this one. He did really well. Again, this is his like progression through these. He did amazing. For me, I think I did terrible here.
You looked at the camera a lot.
In
and
my opinion,
Because you were being the director.
you were
Yeah.
in sync with your character.
my personal, I would much rather be behind the camera than in front of it.
Yeah.
I would so much rather be behind it, just because I feel like when I'm in front of it, I'm focusing on the wrong things, and I'm not my character. I'm not in the moment.
You notice that the more it goes on.
Yeah, and I feel like this scene particularly really exposes that side of me, is because like I'm not at all in my character. I'm just like good
You're
old Dr.
delivering
Vitruvius. Yeah, I'm just speaking my
There's
life.
another look at the camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think this is
You- I
love
this
that.
is by far my worst performance.
You're
of
the
this scene.
director, but you did a lot of micromanaging.
Yeah.
But honestly, you had the most people ever in this film.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
this
So
one was stressful.
There was a lot to keep track of. I mean, not all at one time.
Yeah,
every
you
time,
smiled.
but-
You turned back and smiled.
I did.
Okay, can I pause? I'm gonna pause.
That was all me.
7:37.
I suggested that.
What?
What?
The effect.
Oh, the words?
effect.
Yeah, I'm happy you did. 'cause
I was
made it
literally, I went over to his house. I started
watched
watching it,
what I
and I
had.
was like, "Can you do an effect there?" And he was like, "I can try."
I'm like, yeah. I can
Added
try.
the mask, and it stuck.
And he's like, yeah. I mean, I'm
This-
happy that's there because I mean, I don't think it would have been horrible without it, but it
No,
very
it's
much
still a-
clears up what's happening.
Yeah.
This was my least favorite scene.
Really.
I hated this scene. They did great, but because I could not walk backwards and like I straight up was
Oh,
marching. I was
yeah.
marching backwards.
This scene was very hard for her to film.
because I could
and in
not.
post, like I tried my hardest to zoom in and try and
It
stabilize
was so
it.
hard,
But
and
this scene is so shaky. It's not horrible.
no, it's not my
Don't get
best
me wrong.
work.
It's
It
not
makes
horrible.
me so
I
mad.
don't think it's bad, and I'm happy with the job
It makes
you
me
did.
cringe when
But
I
it
watch
was hard to film. Like
I've-
we were on a busy street. We had cars. This is the middle of a public park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had cars driving through. We had to every couple of seconds. We're like, all right, car, and we all had to split
We
to
all
the
split
side.
on the road,
We
yeah.
stopped, and that ruined the entire take, and we had to start up again.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, something that I think really works is, thank you for playing it.
Yeah.
Because they're walking too.
Right.
So the
that's
camera
other
shape
piece.
works there. I like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
I think
You like
it looks
that.
good.
All
Because
right.
them walking, synchronized with you walking, it just kind of adds a bit of character.
But the other thing we had to balance was they had to reach the entrance of this tunnel be at the end of their
Yeah.
speaking and not be in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I often
So-
actually got stuck. They walked faster than I did,
Yeah.
walking backwards. So I got kind of stuck behind them and in front of it. Like that scene was the hardest to
Yeah.
film. I take that back. The deal was, but that was one of the hardest.
This scene though is phenomenal. I was so
Yes.
happy with the way everyone
Me
acted
too.
in this scene.
This, yeah.
Seth, Nick, David, John,
They nailed
Cam,
it.
everybody. You and me. This scene is great.
Yeah.
Like Nick
There's so much to
Nick
talk
brought the
about
scientist
for this.
alive, and his interaction with David is great, especially when he takes him with a gun. Like that
Yeah.
interaction is great. I love Seth's character being bold against Vitruvius. Like he
Yeah.
nailed that, being like trying to stand up for him.
They're really we
It's-
had a lot of takes, but honestly, the only reason we did was because we did different
Yeah,
angles.
John
Yeah.
loves it.
It wasn't because
It-
anyone
yeah,
needed
yeah.
the takes.
Yeah. We ran this through several times before
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But this
There's
was
so
hard
many.
because we were trying to figure out how to fit everyone in.
And
Like,
also who we wanted in
and the
what
light
scene.
is difficult
Yeah.
because you can see kind of Seth and Nick in the darkness
Yeah.
here. But I
love that line.
It's such
Yeah.
a good line.
Such a good line.
He delivers it so
Be
well.
a shame for the storm to hit and one not to have an umbrella.
I'm just gonna say this broadly about every film, just real quick. I love all the actors. You guys nailed it.
Yes.
If I don't talk about you specifically, it's because I'm in the moment. But all of you guys, I love all of you
It
for,
was
for
incredible.
bringing this to what it
And
was.
also volunteering to be a part of
Yeah,
it.
I mean, this is all volunteer. You guys are all like, I
yeah.
just love to be a part of this, and I can't thank you guys enough for that because this is phenomenal. That this even
Yeah.
exists from my brain to screen is incredible.
So this scene, I watched you guys do it four times before I actually
This scene
filmed
was
it.
very hard.
Because
Yeah.
I needed to see where everyone was gonna stand, and I told
And
them.
Maddie
when
right
you-
here is just about against the wall.
Yeah, I'm as
there
far
was-
into the wall as I can get.
Because this is a tunnel.
Yeah.
There's only so much room you have to work with.
And
there.
I told you guys every time we practiced it 4 times through before
Just-
I even
Group, yeah.
before I even
Yeah.
recorded it. I told them make sure you pick a spot and try to be as close to that
Yes.
spot as you're gonna be, and lengthwise between each other as you're gonna be, so that I can figure out where I need to pan. You know,
Yeah.
because there were so many of you
Well,
guys.
and David alone made it a challenge because
'Cause he's
David is
tall.
a really tall guy.
yeah, and to fit the,
Like,
the
he is-
short and the tall.
David
in
towers
one
You
scene.
have
everybody.
You have
And
me, the shortest person, and David,
Yeah.
the tallest person, in the
in
same
the
shot.
same
here.
shot.
Yes.
I mean,
which made it-
you can draw a line down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for
So
you, it would be down,
for
but like,
me, keeping,
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
the camera level and keeping everyone in it and making it as
This
wide
shot-
as I possibly could was so difficult.
This
Yeah.
one shot was probably the most difficult
yeah.
yeah.
out of this entire film.
Yep.
Just because of.
Well, and I asked Aiden, I was like, do you want to be in the whole scene? And you're like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, good. So I'll crop
Okay,
you
good.
a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
that
but
was the
it
hard
helped.
thing. Like, I wanted it to be
And actually,
a
there were
focus
a
on
couple
everyone
times
being
that
there.
you stepped out, and I was like, no, restart. You stepped
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Well,
Get
even
back
in this, even in the final cut, I'm not even fully in the camera. I
No.
take a step back.
No, you kept stepping backwards when really
And that was just because I was afraid of getting too close. Personally,
Yeah.
I know I wasn't, But looking at it here, I know I was too
Another
far,
thing-
but I was
Yeah.
worried about being too close to
Another
Dr.
thing, there were a
Petrucci's.
couple times Aiden's gun cut off Eli's head.
And that
So,
too. That
you
too.
know,
It was just
there was
spacing between us
staggering.
both.
There was a lot of spacing, a lot of staggering. This scene was so hard. There were so many
There were
elements.
so many variables.
There was a lot happening.
And I had to know who all was going to be in what scene
Yeah.
and how to space it, how to,
How it
manage
was
it.
gonna fit.
And in
what
the
was it gonna
process,
look
we're
like.
paused. I'm going to start it again. But in the process, you're all moving.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all
Yeah, well, if
rotating.
you-
We're moving
You're all-
forward.
If you look at how much is happening, you have hostage,
Yes.
some scared guy in the middle, and
Yes.
2 guns on the other side.
Right.
All going together. He's flailing around. He's trying to
Yeah.
hold him still with the gun.
There's just so much
There's just a
happening.
lot happening
one
all in
point-
one place.
Okay, I love. Can I just say
Yeah.
I love? I'm gonna pause here. I absolutely love this part when he
Yes.
shoots Seth. Seth's reaction is genuine. Nick sounds terrified at the fact that his brother
Yeah.
is
And
shot.
also,
That scene
That is
reaction.
just
so good.
all of the
It's
reactions.
peak.
Him struggling to get out.
like this right
This
here.
here.
It's just beautiful.
It's so good.
Like you
It
guys,
really is.
like that interaction between David and Nick was.
It's
mwah.
flawless.
It was so
It was
good.
just so
It
well done.
really is.
And the camera work, I'm just
I
gonna
just
say,
paused
it
that.
is
Let me play
perfect.
some.
Like I just loved it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was so
they
cool.
were the center of the
Like,
attention as it should be.
they
because
nailed
you're
that.
wondering what's gonna
They
happen
nailed
with
that
it.
scene.
Okay, watch me in this scene. You have to know what they're saying. Do you really want that blood on your hands? Watch my face. Watch this.
I
You
never
say-
noticed that. So Cam came in, Cam Riley Steele, he came in later. Like, I was already into the writing process of the script. And then he messaged me. He's like, yo, I'd like to be in the film, whatever. And I was like, oh, I'd love to be in there, but I kind of already wrote a lot of it. So the scene after this, where Agent Torrance' character comes out, that was totally written like 2 days before that.
We
I added
actually all talked about it.
We talked about it, yeah.
We did.
We were like, that would be
Because
great.
that was the
Yeah.
PlayStation party.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a
we were
PlayStation
playing
party.
the game, and we were like,
We're all sitting there like,
yes.
what would happen if we did this?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Let's
No.
try it.
You have the knife sticking out of my leg.
Yeah, it's literally like it's stabbed in the side of your leg.
Because I had that in the thing there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it slid out
It did,
right
yeah.
before we started filming.
Okay, this scene.
Okay, this fight scene, we'll talk about when it gets more to that. I felt so bad. I hit Cam here.
So
Look
hard.
I hit him.
That sound,
Like, I hit him. and I
if you
feel
listen
so bad.
closely, that
I'm
sound,
gonna pause it.
completely natural. You didn't
Yeah,
add a sound
I
effect?
did not add a sound effect for that.
It
I
was
felt
really-
so bad.
Like you hear the
I
thud.
felt
Yeah.
horrible because I hit him pretty. Because see, I was rolling off the hill and I had the momentum. Like, here we go, and I freaking
whammed
clocked him, and I felt so
and that was
bad.
his first acting.
That was his first time. This is his first time he was ever on a spy film, and it's
And
me
that's his first
clocking him.
actual interaction. Yes, the deal, but he didn't actually touch or interact with anyone.
Yeah, like he
was
just had the
this.
gun shooting,
That was
and
his
that,
first-
and bam!
He's
I
like-
felt so
He's
bad.
Like, I'm good. I'm good. And I was like,
I
oh.
felt horrible. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I
And
felt
then you
so
broke the
bad.
knife.
I broke the knife. Yeah, I broke the knife.
in him.
You broke it in his
Because I
back.
stabbed it and it broke. I felt so bad.
It was
He
fake
really
knife.
got beat
fake
up.
Knife. but-
He got beat up quite
Yeah,
a bit.
it's just
in
a
this
plastic.
film.
Yeah.
It sticks in when you push on it. But I went down to push on it.
And you just
broke
slid
it.
just
Honestly,
barely
though,
and it
that
snapped
wasn't the first like injury. Like,
No, no.
No,
No.
Spy 4 had its injuries too.
Yeah.
Seth slipped them. It
Oh,
hit
yeah.
the patio.
Spy 4 though.
Yeah.
That's later for
Alright.
Spy 4.
So this scene also, I had another scene that I absolutely cut because it was just so bad.
I hated it.
I had an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people so that they could fight the bad. Okay.
I was wondering how far you were going to take that.
Like what?
There was an idea. To
There
bring
was-
together a group of
remarkable people. But anyways, I
Bring
had a
out the eye
thought.
patch.
Yeah. I had a thought that Maddie would lay on the ground. We'd get a perspective from Seth, showing me run up to him, be like, "Hold on,
And
hold
I
on,
didn't
we're gonna get you. We're
begrudgingly.
gonna be okay." Maddie's like, "This is gonna suck.
I
We're not doing this."
I straight up told him I was like, I hate this.
And then she recorded. She's just looking at me.
I was too.
What are you doing?
I was like,
This is horrible.
I'm literally trying not to laugh while I'm holding the
So
camera. I'm
the
like,
reason I thought I saw a thing on YouTube, it was a green screen preset, and it was just like an eye closing thing, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. I could use that to transition. We could show from Seth's perspective that he's fading out. Show me. So I'll play it after this if I still have the clip somewhere, which I might.
I hope
You
not.
don't delete anything.
Yeah, I might.
It's
bad.
really bad.
It's bad. Hold on. Hold on. Like it's just me like, hold on,
And it's not good.
It's just cringe.
I'm
It's just
literally
bad.
laughing while I'm filming it, and I'm like, "That's what you want?" And you go, "Yeah," and I'm like,
It was just bad.
I
mean,
didn't see this.
It was
you were
bad.
helping.
I was
You were-
choreography.
At this point, by the time we finally got done,
Choreography.
by the time we got done with the deal, it was getting dark. It was,
yeah.
The light was fading on us,
And we knew that not everyone.
This was the only day I had to get
Right.
everyone together, and I didn't know when I'd be able to get everyone else together
Exactly.
again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we got to make this happen. So while I did this scene with Seth and Cam, did my rollout and punched him, unfortunately,
Which I hated.
and the scene that Maddie hated, Eli started working with them on the fight career. He's also done a lot of the fight stuff. I let him do a lot of the fight stuff.
Just
He
in general.
loves. You love doing. Do you love doing that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I
I
do.
want to make sure I wasn't just forcing on it.
No.
He always volunteers for it.
Communication.
So. He always volunteers for it. You're like, because like when I told you about Spy 4, I'm like, I want to do a saber battle. Like, cool. Can I have the choreographer?
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Alright.
okay, this.
But anyways.
Nobody knew what they were doing for this. You literally just told them, stand
Yeah.
here, do this, do that.
Well, that
done.
was the thing though, is because doing the choreography, it was being by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I do this, like I type it out and everything, I have everything set in my mind. And then I'm like, okay, you're gonna do this. And then they do something that's not that, and I'm like, okay,
Work with that.
this part was good, but you gotta do it like
Not
this.
this.
And the full time that from when I ran up around the bank there until the cut to that was the whole amount of time we had.
Yeah.
That was like maybe 10 minutes.
Like
Yeah.
these two shots was probably like
10.
5 to 10 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
was
we
not
had the
long.
cam shot, which was 2 shots, me rolling in
And
a
it's getting
different
dark
angle.
already.
Rolling and punch.
This shot with me coming up to Seth, and then the bad shot that we got rid of that was Maddie on the ground.
And that was the whole time.
That was the whole
Hated
time.
it.
That was the entire time that they had to do that. So
That
that,
was
was
the
probably
entire time.
about a couple minutes.
5 or 10 minutes to even
That was the entire.
Practice.
That was the entire time I had to teach it to them,
Yeah.
Right.
smooth it out to get it into at least somewhat
Meanwhile,
of a
it's
streamlined
getting
thing.
dark.
And it's getting
dark out.
darker by the
Because
minute.
I said everything. I'm like, because you said you had some choreograph. I'm like, do you want to just go work with them and I'll finish up this
I was like,
scene
yeah,
here?
absolutely.
And so that's what we ended up doing. So I was
Yeah.
impressed with everyone
And
in this
we
fight
did
scene.
that take in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
There were a couple things we did more than once, but
But for
barely.
the most
it was
part-
just.
That's the thing though, is that I'm not a fan of this fight. It did turn out good.
It
It
turned
did.
out
I
good.
can admit it
did.
turned
For
out good.
being prepared in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah,
at
you-
11:58.
You can just watch whenever.
Like for me, it's impressive to see how this actually turned out.
Because nobody,
I really punched
nobody
him in the face.
practiced.
Yeah,
this.
you can. Okay, he really hit Seth hard
Look
here.
at his face.
Boom!
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Seth, I mean,
rolled.
Seth rolls with
He
it.
rolled. But this
But
was
I think it was
all...
Seth, Cam, and John who were all doing the fight scene, and they did a phenomenal job. Even David here looks menacing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real. This established him as a threat.
Yes.
Okay, and this was Okay,
I like that
I just
shot.
want to pause real quick.
I like that shot a
12:52.
lot.
That part where Eli had to shoot the case out of David's hand was the hardest thing to time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We
It was
tried that
terrible.
so many times. I think we did like 5 takes in
Yeah.
total, but it was getting so dark. This scene that we're looking at right now at
You can
12:23.
see how dark it is.
Yeah.
It's illuminated by the headlights of the car.
Yes.
Right, that's the only light we
light we
had.
had right there.
Yep.
And we needed light, so I was like, we need something.
Yeah,
We
so
need
we just
something.
turned on the headlights of both the cars, and that was
Yeah.
it. But like that scene getting him to shoot was just so hard because
Yeah.
David had to throw Nick in the car and then get to the point right before he was going to drop the case. Right before he shut the door, he had to drop the case, which he had
The
to shoot
timing.
the case.
Yeah.
The timing of it was very hard, and it's not. I'm gonna rewind it so you can see that again. 12:13. It's not perfect, but I'm honestly impressed
it's
with
good.
how it looks.
The miss.
The miss.
And
yep,
then the hit right there.
yeah.
That was the timing was good there.
Yeah.
I love that
And
hit.
it's
Yeah,
such a
me too.
I love the
fast-paced scene
stab
anyway.
flip hit.
And then there's John.
just standing. He's standing.
He's standing.
This was totally-
I'm alright, really.
I
just
was like,
hit me again.
we were in so much in go mode that I did not
We
even
didn't
see John
notice.
standing
No,
there.
I
just
didn't
didn't
either.
notice.
Until
And
we got
honestly,
into post, I just did not even see him
it's dark.
standing
You can barely see
And,
anything.
like,
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
But John's just
He's just-
standing up in the background, and I did not even notice. And I'm like, oh
He's
no,
just sitting there
dude.
playing with his man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But I
that
love that
transition
That
is
was
so
so
good.
good.
I love that.
Yeah, we were just so much in go mode. I
Yeah.
did not even know John was back there. And then
No.
we got in post. I'm like, oh, John's still standing back there.
But
Yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, no.
I mean, honestly, any of the henchmen could have been.
I think it worked out fine.
And you gotta
did.
think,
I had no problem. with it.
Vitruvius probably had paid henchmen, so you can put a story
Like
line.
it's not that big of a deal at all.
What do you mean? Got a little parting gift of gravitonium.
What is that?
Yeah.
So-
There's so many
Okay,
bloopers.
there is a blooper that we did not record. We were just running it through. and it was so funny. We were trying to work on
We
timing.
could probably
of
act
Eli.
it out again.
Yeah, like Eli's coming in. I'm like, I forget what. Like he's
This is
stable.
what. So I come in. I
should've
go.
had
I got a
end
little
that
parting
way.
gift of gravitonium, and then he goes, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to ask what it is, and he just combined gravitonium, the two lines together. Like, I got a little parting gift of gravitonium, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then I just
And
looked at him.
Yeah, and we just
We're
both
like-
looked at each other and just died. And it's
Just like, let's go again.
Because honestly, this entire film, I told them to act it out first, and then I'd record, so I could see
Yeah.
what they were going to do. What
so we
they're
didn't get
gonna
it
say.
recorded. But it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was
like
so
he's
funny.
like, got a little parting gift of gravitonium.
What is that?
It was late at
Completely
night, and I think
oblivious.
you were just like dead.
Yeah.
You were just
Well,
like not even with
Not
it.
to mention, we had already filmed a bunch, and every basement
Yeah.
scene was filmed the same day.
Oh yeah.
And it was
The-
all filmed 3 or 4 different times
Yeah.
based on zooming
Yeah.
out.
This
So
scene
we
was
were all
filmed
so
to
tired.
death.
I don't think we got done
Like,
with it
I
till
think-
like midnight.
Yeah, it was
1
late
o'clock.
because I had to drive everyone home. 'cause
Yeah,
it was
it was
late.
late.
It was late
It
for
was
sure.
very late. But this, I mean, it was a lot of scenes, and all the angles just added up the
Yeah.
time.
The I don't
I
know what
love
that's
that
called.
scene.
That
I
is
love
such a good
that
scene to
scene.
draw up.
Yeah.
Even
The-
John's like cocking it in.
Yeah.
He was late,
Well, and this.
but I
okay.
liked that.
So, well, we can just let this run. But so
The Windows XP.
The next film, it was. I had the idea that it was going to be a raid on this space because we had the gravitonium.
Yeah.
I knew Vitruvius was going to raid it, but that's the only thing I
That's
had.
all you had planned.
That's all I had planned. And at the end of this one, we just added this torrent scene, and then this one comment that's made at the very end spawned the whole spy.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
Cause okay, John said something to Cameron and
He
was
said,
like, "Do I trust him?" And then we were like,
do
"Wait,
you?
wait, maybe Pearson doesn't."
Yeah,
and then we're
yeah.
like, "Let's give Pearson a story," and then
Yeah.
boom, done. That's
Like
what
this,
that was.
this exploded.
Pearson. Okay. Really cool detail. Pearson's still holding the gun.
1351.
We just
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
and that was the other
Pearson's
thing.
still holding the gun.
Yeah.
Pearson was always suspicious of him.
Yeah.
And this is what became the story.
This
that-
was
this
Spy 4
led
right
to
here.
Spy 4.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted, but like I didn't know that this would be Spy 4 until after we did this. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'd really love to explore
But
Pearson's
this was
background.
character building. We wanted Pearson
Yeah.
to be different than you
Yeah.
two, because you two
Yeah.
are stereotypical agents.
Well, and
Yeah.
I
we wanted
didn't
Pearson
want
to be different.
I didn't want John's character to just be like, "Oh, you're just the tech guy."
You're the tech guy, yeah.
Because that's,
You know, like
that's
I liked
stereotypical.
him being a more complex character, and also like the way after this one and rewatching and editing it, I'm like, damn, John really nailed doing this part, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'd love to see him try and do Spy 4, which was giving him a lot bigger role.
Yeah.
and he did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I was so happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Torrin knows that Pearson has issues with him, and he's still confident.
He's still
Yeah, like
just
this
there.
part right here. Good to see you again,
Good to see
Pearson.
you again.
we trust him. Do you?
And that was
I love
that was
that.
last minute decision.
That entire scene with Torrin was literally just written the day before, the night before it was filmed.
Yeah.
But the whole, do you trust him? Do you? I mean, that was like
That was
hey,
Spy 4.
Hey, let's add that.
Yeah, like that. I was
5-minute decision.
initially we were just like, oh, we could add kind of a cool, complex relationship. And then the more when I got into the writing of Spy 4, I'm just kind of like, man,
Hey, there's
this
something
could really
here.
be
This could really,
explored.
Yeah.
I mean,
into the
we
background.
always knew that the base would be.
Oh, you
invaded
hit
and stuff.
hard.
Yeah.
You did.
I went
There
full
were a couple
force for that.
times.
This was so
That's a
annoying.
straight up cliff right there.
That was so annoying. You would
15,
always do
25.
this. I'm
Yeah.
still kind of mad about this.
What?
Yeah,
We'd always
yeah.
go 3, 2, 1. Wait a second, and you would
Yeah.
every single
So
time.
every time we're like, oh,
And she would stop it, and we're about
Every
to
time.
fall.
That was, yeah.
You can see
no
me.
joke. This is like this of a
You're
hill.
right.
You can
it's
see
it's
me-
a straight
yes.
incline.
You can see me death cripping the tree
I'm
right
sorry.
there, and I'm trying to catch you so you
Yeah,
don't
like-
roll
It
down
was
the
like
hill.
a
Maddie would
second
always be
guessing.
like,
3, 2, 1. Oh wait.
And we'd be-
Like we had a couple times where I think we both slid down the
we
hill.
Yeah.
literally fell down the hill.
I
It
know.
was,
I had a couple decision-making issues.
Like it was just like.
and then
oh.
you actually started.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we're just both like,
Wait, you started?
wait, did you
what?
say go?
What? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. And then this scene,
I caught your finger.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I zoomed in on it. You're like,
buddy, I know.
again, going back to the thing where we were both kind of in the director
Yes,
mindset, because
yes.
I was just thinking,
That's
camera
what
go
that
that way,
was.
and
Yeah.
my arm just did it, and
Yeah.
I was like,
that's the
oh.
way it's going.
And then I looked, I was like, you got my
But
finger.
honestly,
Yeah.
you didn't didn't know how much was in the camera and what wasn't. So that was
That too.
Yeah.
you could have. I mean, it's not like you pointed.
I didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so
I was just like.
You
I mean,
didn't-
it was, in your defense, it was down here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it was just a shoulder up shot, you wouldn't have seen it.
You didn't know.
But, yeah. My car in the back and just the back.
The-
We had a
open-
lot of people walk by for this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
actually had a cop car drive right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, yeah.
pull aside. And
there was
didn't
no
stop.
issues.
I mean, no issue.
No.
There, I mean, we had signs up, and there shouldn't have been an issue. But
No.
it was.
It
We had a
wasn't,
cop
yeah.
car with
But
several
we
cars
also
go
had an
through.
agreement with everyone we weren't going to be waving the guns around.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they weren't being filmed at that moment, they
They
were
weren't going
quiet.
to be waving the guns
and they weren't
around.
waving
the
They're going
guns.
to keep their guns to the side,
Yeah.
just because I mean, it's safety. You know?
Yeah.
You don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is trigger a shootout for no
Yeah.
reason
Right.
because you're filming. Like safety first.
We were smart.
The first time we actually had like a run-in with police was Spy 4. Which honestly, for
And
how
I-
much we've been doing.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Oh no! It's not as no. It's not.
like it's not like a
What-
bad run-in at all.
No, I was
It's-
just
it's
saying.
actually more comical.
Yes,
Just
but just considering how much we did before that,
Yeah.
it's just kind of it's interesting that the first time we did it was at Spy.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this, can we talk about David's blooper here where John's on the wrong
You were
side?
supposed to walk around and
this
right
one
here.
right here.
It's iconic.
the most hilarious
Supposed to
thing.
walk
Right
around.
here.
He was in character totally. He's just like, you're
And
supposed
John's
to
like,
walk around
oh
me.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was supposed to do that.
But John's like, or David's like,
Oh, this
hello.
part.
He just
I tried and roll up the hill. I was like, I gotta do a tactical roll out of the way, and then I'm just like, yeah, I can't roll up a
Got the
straight
knife
hill.
stuck.
The knife stuck in my pants. Yeah.
There really weren't that many
You threw my
takes of
gun
that.
way too far.
because he kept grabbing it and just yeeting
Yeah.
it off the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were tired. You were just
Yep.
like, I'm done.
I was just yeah.
Well, like something I never thought of before we started filming. It really does take a lot out of you.
It
Yes.
does. For
Like
real.
you never think
Mentally.
about it, but like mentally, you're trying to be your character. You're trying to think of your lines. You're
Yeah.
trying to remember what actions you perform. There's so much to it.
Cameron did an awesome job.
Cameron
he-
did phenomenal.
He took
He
himself
really
so
did.
seriously. I was like, it's okay.
He did. When
It's
he
He got
messed up
so
a line.
mad at himself
I
when he
know.
messed up. Like, dude, I gave you this script last night. I
Yeah.
expected 20 more
Yeah.
takes than this.
Yeah.
You were incredible. Like, it was great.
Like, it was phenomenal. You did an amazing
Yeah.
job with that. I was
There's no
truthfully,
need to be so serious.
truthfully
It was
impressed.
great.
It was
Like,
really good.
I was solely impressed. Like, it was impressive to see. Like, literally, the night before.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
he did it every time. In fact, me, Eli, and John messed up more than
Yeah.
Cam
We did.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
scene, which was ridiculous.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
you've seen it.
Yeah,
I
I was
hate
like-
that line.
Yeah. Congratulations, you've seen it.
I had to say it for you. It was ready for it. Like,
Well, I mean, and this just goes to show. I mean, I wrote this script the night before, so Eli didn't know his lines.
I didn't.
I wasn't confident
Yeah.
in my lines, but Cam nailed his lines like
Yeah.
100%. He did phenomenal.
that's the one line I remembered though, with how many takes we did it. I was
Not
like,
once.
congratulations.
What's because the one you forgot every time?
Every single time.
Every time
time.
it was congratulations, you've seen it. He could not.
See,
remember.
that was the first line too.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
That's
There it
it.
is.
Congratulations,
I
you've
was
seen
like, I
it.
give up. I'm gonna say it.
And then I'm
This
trying to
part.
type on the
He
computer.
was trying to type in Vitruvius.
I was trying to type in
Vitruvius.
Vitruvius and I just completely bombed it. That was the first time I used the fingerless gloves.
Trying to make it look
Me or you?
Me. Because I made it.
Oh yeah.
I made that glove.
Eli.
The Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed. I was playing with that thing for so long. Here's me just suiting
Yeah.
up.
So this part's actually kind of funny. I'm wearing the wrong outfit here. We recorded this whole scene with the swords where I was wearing the jean jacket and the spy. See, like right here, I'm supposed to wait. Was it?
No,
I don't think we had takes. I know we had to redo it though because I was wearing the wrong outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the hat. It's the hat.
The hat,
That's what it was.
was.
I didn't have the hat yet. I had the hat after the meeting scene, but we
Yes.
filmed that scene first. So I kept the hat on, even though I wasn't supposed to have it.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
we
a
had
small
to.
detail.
It was a small detail, but we had to redo it because
Looking at the script.
Yeah.
Me just in the doorway.
Yeah, he
You're
could
like,
get the
hello.
swords out.
And
He's
John's like, I'm still getting them out.
yeah. Hang on a second. They're not out of the
Sorry.
shoot yet.
I still gotta do that.
Vitruvius.
Freaking Vitruvius. Another thing, I thought you were
He's
gonna.
laughing.
Yeah, I'm
He's
just
cracking
dying.
up.
I'm dying.
I thought you were gonna cut that off. And it
What?
just spins
Oh
perfectly.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna blend that in.
What, into the actual film?
Yes, I thought you were gonna have me talking in the background. Not that
thinking
blooper.
about it, I probably could have.
Because I thought it was just gonna be.
I didn't even think
I thought
about it. I
gonna
just
be
thought it was
mumbling while you
hilarious.
guys kept going, but you just stagnant on that.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be really funny. I
glad we got that
it was a
picture.
blast.
That was fun.
Once again,
That's a
I'm
great
gonna say
picture.
this. Every time. Thanks to all of you who are part of this.
Seriously.
That's
Like,
another thing is I'm
it's
glad we
impressive.
did the individual photos too.
Yeah.
The individual photos help.
And we did introductions for each person on the Instagram. And
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And we did that for Spy
there was
4
just
too.
a lot of advertising for this one. There was a lot more involved.
Well, this was the biggest one we had done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Spy 1 was just all action. Spy 2 was a little action with dialogue. This one was like
But
dialogue
also-
with action, you know? It was
But also
trying to
more
mesh that.
people meant more viewership. I mean, if
Oh, yeah.
you know the
Views,
person in
more,
it, you're
yeah.
gonna watch it. You know, so
Yeah.
it was like, okay, this has got to be good.
Well, that's how you grow. You
Yeah.
get people on it, and you get your friends to watch it, and it
Yeah.
just it picks up from there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
But-
now we have what, like, lots of views on Spy 4.
Spy 4 actually had more views than Spy 2.
277.
I think Spy
Spy 2
it goes
wasn't great,
Spy
though.
1, Spy 3, Spy 4, and then Spy 2 for
Yeah.
views. Oh, no, actually, I think Spy 2 still beat Spy 4.
But
Not by
honestly,
much.
Spy 4
Not
did
by
just
much.
come. So.
But also, Spy 4 is long as hell.
Yeah, not a lot of
And-
people were.
And
yeah.
Spy 2, I don't get why many people didn't watch Spy 2, to be perfectly honest. Because you'd have to watch it to know
Because-
that it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know. But you should.
Maybe you
guys-
can remedy that.
You guys
Yeah.
should share with your friends. Make sure you're sharing.
Don't show people Spy 2.
I'm
No.
gonna-
Skip Spy 2.
no, no, no.
Skip-
You need Spy 2. The story is good.
Skip right till the end.
Do the
of
deal.
Spy
Do
2.
the third one. The third one's
I
our
mean,
favorite. Well, it's my
honestly-
favorite.
My favorite's the 4th.
Really?
I get to be Gladys in
That's
the 4th.
true. That's true. And you
I
get rid of
loved
that.
doing Gladys.
The 4th is. It was the most stressful to film, but I think it was my favorite to do.
Yeah.